Guys, JRTV. Just want to show you something cool. The wind is uh, it's actually swaying these cranes a little. You can see that in the background up there. See that? See the wind is actually moving the crane there. How cool is that, right? I have a quick little share with you. A few new ideas. In fact, check out the nice Aloha sign here. It's very positive, yeah. Alongside the new building being built. Here I got my high-powered flashlight, so no problem illuminating everything up. Um, but in any case, here's what we're dealing with, guys. We've got. I just wanted to remind of my general idea of how much better we can help each other as friends, playing the role of friends, even though we may be biologically related, and that instead of using these hierarchical terms like father, son, nephew, and uncle, because only when people are independent in both financial and emotional point of view, can they be operating in truth and authenticity and unadulterated and not all under the the some sense of obligation, but it should be a sincere wanting to either be friends, which people have thousands of friends, and at least work together and try and make improve each other's lives, or actually really be like a family, equals, like brothers and sisters, not uncle and niece, but or mother and granddaughter and anything. No, equals, brothers and sisters. That's the dream team concept, right? I also have noticed that it seems useful to avoid the pursuit of intimacy at this time in human history where we still have suffering. I feel like the right thing to do is to try to live a long lifespan. So maybe I won't have kids in 5 or 10 years, but maybe in 20 or 30. Because what if our lifespans are greatly increased to the span of 150 or more years, enjoyable years? And the idea of that, number four, or number three, is that people are in some fashion afraid of death, and that would only be because they don't believe in reincarnation. If they truly did, they would recognize that, hey, I don't want to be a burden to someone or suffer through the last 5 years of my life, or be alone without my spouse. Like what an ultimate hurtful thing to do, to just leave somebody to be a widow. It would often happens. I have my views on that. I feel like if the man realizes at a certain time, and it's time to go, then you decide to go together. You and the you humanely kill your spouse, wife, and then furthermore yourself. And my sense of things is that, and also worth noting is the as the wind again. The idea of so yeah. I watched the movie Jumanji. It was fun. Little, some pleasant humor, but a little simple, intended for like younger audiences. I noticed there were some, a couple of penis and breast references. I feel like, it's only appropriate for, one, adult audiences, and two, there really should be exclusively gay men be politically correct to make penis references, and correspondingly gay women to make breast references. It's really, and beyond anything, it's important for us to celebrate woman, and the vagina is a kind of a centralizing theme of society. I feel, and I'm gonna conclude with a little light work here, but I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. And furthermore, people have this false sense of, well, because people have different bodies, that's going to be the prime attraction and attractive quality, and that's the magic of the individual. It's individuals, and that they kind of they get familiar with different things in life, and they find specific, like a specific person attractive and want to be with them, even if they were other people who were more attractive. And that might mean that as a couple they wouldn't want to procreate because they don't have the most attractive bodies, but they would rather be with each other than that, you know what I mean? And so as a human race, we can start thinking along those terms, and transcend any fears which kind of come up when when two people are together, or I should say, when society compels people to, like, different co-ed schools and everything, like the problem with that is that it's ignorant of the sexual reality, and we should celebrate sexuality and create a separation. Just like in my nightclub, there's going to be separate dance floors, one for the men, can dance fun, then the women, and you kind of dance at each other like Bollywood style, kind of playful. um, and that's the word, playful. Intimacy and romance is not designed for a date. It's not designed for casual things, seduction. It's only designed for a couple who are already married and have already gone through the scientific calculations of whatever, however they want to be compatible, whatever interests they have that are important, their values. You know. So these are my considerations. Thank you for tuning in, and let's just visualize something. I want to visualize two people. I want to visualize one, just a person you're physically attracted to, who might. By the way, you only want to be with somebody who is a mutual attraction, both physical and mental attraction, right? So we're gonna do that person, and then I want to do one other person that you feel anxious about, like you maybe want to talk to them about something. You can do light work on anybody. Imagine anyone smiling in joy. Okay. So let's do that one person you have an attraction to. Imagine them smiling for a moment, in their element, wherever you see them. Throughout your day, just observe them for a moment, smiling. And now imagine a glowing orb, a sphere of white light, comes into this space. Everyone's astonished, and that particular person in question, they reach out their hands and they bring the light forth to them, and it activates their aura, and everyone around them celebrates. They see the bright luminescence around their aura of their personage. All right, let's do one more person. Let's do somebody who maybe you're upset at, or you want to express something to, or you don't know how to deal with them. Just this other person, right? Imagine them smiling for a moment. Okay. Uh, just doing their thing, and again, see the orb of light entering the space. Everybody turns in astonishment. They say, "Wow, look at that!" And the person in question reaches out to it, and imagine see them reaching out to it and just super lighting up their aura. And now finally, let's do a beam activation. Just hold your fingers out in this such stance and just beam all around you. Beam through buildings, all the way around, all the way up around a perimeter, like like, a 1 mile perimeter all around you, and we'll call it a night there. And remember, anything happens, any problems arise. You want to control the collecting thoughts that are collecting in the mind. These all these complications with. There was recently a plane that was destroyed. I think, I don't know if it was a military, whether it was an act of an attack or whatever happened, but let's use the destruction of these people, just like we see the suffering of people, or maybe a poor person on the street. Use all of that to inspire you to more love, more refinement of ideology and technology, governmental, and also all of this stuff, so that it's refined, so that it works, for us, and it makes the world